Lads and lasses, I'm back live. This doesn't feel right because I've been posting videos instead of live streams for quite a long while now. But I'm back live, and today, transfer news again. I'm back. I have a good old rest. And today we're going to talk about Wilfried Zaha because this is something which Di Marzio has confirmed. Now, we've seen a lot of players being linked with Roma, but at the same time, Fabrizio Romano and Di Marzio, or both of them, kind of didn't say anything about a lot of players which we were linked to. Zaha and this kind of linkage with Roma has been confirmed by Di Marzio. So there is something going on between Roma and Zaha, and we'll talk about this in today's live stream. And just a quick reminder, Roma today have officially started their 2022-2023 season with a very, 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 very calm friendly match at their training ground. They are basically, it started like half an hour ago. They're playing against Trastevere, which is actually a team who basically represents one of the basically like a town in the city of Rome. So yeah, it's the easiest of friendly matches. The real friendly matches are gonna start the 13th, which is next week. And obviously, with all of these friendly matches, I am gonna go either live or kind of film a video about the match analysis, talking about the friendly match as well. I'm not going to do it with this one. I'm going to start doing it with the next friendly match, which is the 13th against Sunderland. But I'm not going to do it this one because it's a very calm friendly match. You're probably going to see that it's gonna end like 10-0, 8-0, 9-0, 9-1, 10-0, something like that. Because this team which we're playing against today plays in the Serie D, which is God knows where they are. So they're a very small team. So the real friendly matches are starting next week. So match analysis will come next week when it comes to friendly matches as well. Holidays are done. Now, it's where the players' concentration needs to be maximized. It's where the players' concentrations, needs to kind of like start boosting, because we haven't got that amount of, a lot of time to think about this season. So real friendly matches are going to start next week, and as I said before, for new entries we're going to have match analysis when it comes to those matches as well. But today we are not going to talk about friendly matches. Today we're going to talk about Wilfried Zaha. I'm going to start off by saying that it would be absolutely amazing if we can get him, and I see this deal as an absolute bargain. Crystal Palace are asking for 20 to 25 million pounds for Wilfried Zaha. People might think that is a lot of money. If you ask me, 20 million for Wilfried Zaha is unbelievable. Unbelievable. And I think that is a definition of a bargain, and we'll talk about that in a sec. But let's start off by actually responding to the big question. How did the interest towards Zaha start? Why is Roma interested in Wilfried Zaha? The big reason, I think, is that everything stands in on a very big, large base, and this base is improving the squad depth. And we talked about this so many times. To improve the squad depth, you need the most players as possible. You need to buy, not spend a lot of money, buy interesting players, kind of have a good sense to your transfer market. And we talked about that. And so the transfer market this summer is going to be based on that ideology, improving the squad depth. But obviously, we do need to get deeper in more detail and not just say, right, I'm going to buy players to improve my squad depth. He is an attacker. He's a very fast player who's got a lot of skills, has got a lot of experience, plays in the best, most competitive league in the world, the Premier League, and he would be perfect in my opinion. Why do we need another attacker? You're probably asking, don't we already have a lot of attackers? Well, I think if we can keep the defense we had last season, which it was solid, you can say whatever you want to say about our defense last season, but at the end of the day, it was a solid defense. If you can add maybe one player, if not two players in that defense, it's gonna be world class. But the defense, as we said about many times, isn't the biggest section to improve in our team. Because last season, it was good. Yes, improvements can be made, but why do I need to spend time on improving the defense, which isn't the biggest key to improve? If we can stick with that defense, which was solid, and add good attackers, which means goals, that means, one, that you can have more rotation in your squad, especially now that we're playing in a way more competitive league like the Europa League. Two, you can let some players rest, which is basically it's the same thing. But look at Tammy, who played every single match this season. And second of all, if we improve our attacking section, it means that we're gonna score more goals. And if there is one thing that we had to do this season against top clubs, or actually against small clubs who park the bus, was scoring. And that is exactly why I think Wilfried Zaha at Roma is the perfect bloody deal. Part of me says there could not be a better option than Wilfried Zaha in our team. Well, yeah, obviously. Mbappe. Well, obviously. Who do we have? Other players. But we have to be realistic. And Zaha, in my opinion, what he's shown in that team, which is a team which, realistically speaking, with all of my respect, if Crystal Palace didn't have Zaha in their team for the last, 3 years, they would have gotten relegated. Crystal Palace are a bang average team. If not, they're one of the worst teams in the league. Zaha topped that and basically brought that team to what they always get, like 16th, 15th, 14th. If it wasn't for Zaha, they would be playing in the Championship. Let's be realistic. Zaha is the player who brought this team, I wouldn't say where it is because it's not at the best of levels, but it could be worse. And there is only one man to thank, which is Wilfried Zaha. And one thing which I will add is the fact that if I were Zaha, I would want to change air. I would want to change. Zaha, for a player like Zaha, he cannot be playing at Crystal Palace every bloody season. He needs a change. I know you love the team, and I know the fans love you, and I know the team loves you. But come on, you cannot, in a million years, we can't. Crystal Palace can't keep Zaha. And Zaha, if I were him, I would search for better options. And going from Crystal Palace to Roma is a perfect jump in his career. And I'm adding on points which bring kind of Zaha to Roma, one of the best options. Now let's talk about him as a player. And then we'll talk about the deal itself, where we're at in this deal and all of that stuff. The financial side of this deal. Where would Zaha be? Zaha would either play together with Tammy up front, or he would play as a winger with Tammy up front, and who knows, because Zaniolo's got a big question mark. I would say Tammy and Zaha would be an amazing duo. I would love to see Zaha play in my team, and I can't stress this enough. So he is a very fast player, and if there is one thing which the Serie A, which can hurt teams in the Serie A, is being quick. Because an example is, if you put Leao, right, from Milan, in a Premier League team, he would be great. He's a great player. But mark my words, he would score and would have half his contributions. Because the Premier League is a way more rhythmic league, way faster rates, and that is what Zaha's been used to. If you bring Zaha, a very fast player, a very skillful player in the Serie A, he can have the potentials of scoring at least 15 goals and having a lot of contributions. The Serie A isn't as fast as the Premier League, as a league in general. And if you can put a player who's very, very fast on the ball, who loves dribbling with the ball, in the Serie A, you will have immediate success. That is how it works. So that is when it comes to him as a player, and that. Now, let's talk about the deal, because we are speaking about Zaha. There have been contacts between Roma and Crystal Palace. You know, as I said at the start, for new entries, we've seen a lot of players being linked with Roma, but none of these players being confirmed by experts like Fabrizio Romano and Gianluca Di Marzio. In this deal, both Fabrizio Romano and Gianluca Di Marzio have confirmed that there have been contacts between the two sides. Let me quickly get my phone, because I need to read the statement which Fabrizio Romano made. So give me 2 seconds. It's right there, and I'll be back. Actually, you can probably hear me. Look, let me get it. Just to show you guys that, you know, experts like him have confirmed this. Let me read it. Let me find it and let me read it. I think it's gone. Or maybe not. Let's see. Yeah, I think it's gone because he posted it yesterday and it was a story. So, let's see. Gianluca Di Marzio, maybe he has something. Yes. Yeah. Zaha has been offered to Roma by his agents. So let's get in this deal. There have been contacts, and his agents, Zaha's agents, have basically offered him to Roma. And that is already a step forward in this deal. Now, his agents, have kind of proposed him to Roma, and Roma have said that they are very interested in him, and Mourinho has said that he would really love to see Zaha wearing a Roma jersey. So we already have two really good steps to get this deal started, which is the agents saying, right, I'm going to offer you him, and Roma saying, yes, I'm interested in him. Contacts between the two sides are happening. Crystal Palace have established a value for Zaha, whose contract ends in 2023, which is around 20 to 25 million. If you ask me, it's an absolute bargain. However, the only thing which Gianluca Di Marzio and Fabrizio Romano have confirmed right now is that Roma are keeping contacts with Crystal Palace and Zaha's agents, but they need to sell one player in the attacking side before preparing the assault for Wilfried Zaha. The second we sell one of the players up front, I think an assault to try and get Zaha will come, unless suddenly we get interested in other players. But if we sell, Roma's objective now to try and get Zaha is to sell one player between Carles Perez, El Shaarawy, and Justin Kluivert. Out of the three players, I would sell El Shaarawy. I hate to say it, I love him as a player, but I would give a chance to Justin Kluivert. I would sell El Shaarawy. I think you can get a lot of money from it. And I would keep Kluivert, and I would sell Carles Perez actually out of the three, but you wouldn't make that amount of money as you would if you sell El Shaarawy. The second we sell one of these players, Roma will start the assault for Wilfried Zaha. And yeah, obviously, as Big Sir Holy is saying in the chat, Crystal Palace isn't one of the superpowers in the Premier League. They do have to sell. Now, it is also true that they've been living without selling Zaha for many years, have avoided relegation, but obviously they aren't a superpower. We aren't speaking about Manchester City, about Liverpool, about Tottenham here. We're speaking about Crystal Palace. And so yeah, I mean, it's there. Contacts are there. There will be updates in the next couple of hours. Right now, however, Thiago Pinto does need to sell some players. And I think this kind of need to sell players isn't only to try and start the deal with Zaha, the negotiations with Zaha and Crystal Palace. I genuinely think from now on, we bought quite a lot of players. Now we need to think about selling a few of them, and then we can think about buying the juicy parts, the juicy players of this transfer market. Is there any offer for Perez? Perez is interested. Many clubs in the Serie A are interested in him, and many clubs in the Spanish league are interested in him. People are asking about updates on Dybala, Isco, and Ndika. No updates on Dika. There were updates on Isco at the start of this week, which many Spanish journalists said he was very close to Roma, but then Di Marzio said that the deal has been, that he said no to Roma, he wants to stay in Spain. So the Isco deal has been officially closed. The third one is Dybala, which is the juiciest out of the three. Inter have said that they are not gonna buy Dybala after buying Lukaku, Lautaro Martinez, having Edin Dzeko up front. Their attacking side is complete. So Inter have said that they are not going to spend money on Dybala, which this means that Roma are now back leading the race for Dybala, and Mourinho has said to the Fredkins, to Thiago Pinto, that he is the player which Mourinho wants the most in this summer transfer market. Now, the second we sell Zaniolo, I think we will get Dybala, without a doubt. Mark my words now, the second we sell Zaniolo, Dybala will join our team. And Zaniolo, I wouldn't say 98%, as I said in the last video. In the Zakaria video, there was this option of like loaning Zaniolo to them and Zakaria getting loaned to us. If you saw that video, at the start of that video, I said that 98% Zaniolo would wear Juventus jersey. I wouldn't put that amount, that high probability right now. I think I'd give it a 70% chance Zaniolo will wear a Juventus jersey. 30% chance he stays. If Zaniolo stays, Dybala won't happen. If Zaniolo goes to Juventus, Dybala has the potentials of happening. And Roma are studying the plan to try and get away and trace a path which leads to Dybala. But obviously, as I said before, I think now Thiago Pinto needs to really focus on selling players because, we have bought a lot of players, but, it's the 9th of June and we haven't sold, July, and we haven't sold anyone. So there definitely needs to be some selling going on because otherwise, obviously we will not generate a lot of money for the transfer market. So selling now, I think, is the biggest priority. And yeah. Right, let's see. Let me read some comments. So, at the end, to conclude, Zaha is an option, is a very concrete option. Experts have confirmed contacts between the two sides. The second Roma sells one of the players in the attacking section, I think we will prepare the assault for Zaha. Right now, I think it's proceeding well, as I said before. His agents have proposed to him. He said yes, he wants to join Roma. Mourinho wants him. Roma are interested in him. So the deal is proceeding well. So we will have updates in the next couple of days, if not weeks. Also, one thing I'll add, we all know what Zaha is like as a character. He loves diving. He's, if you ask me, give me a definition of Zaha, he's a bastard. He's a bastard of a player, right? And that is what Mourinho loves at the end of the day. Imagine, what is it? The 9th of November we're playing Lazio, or the 6th of November? Imagine, in a rainy day in Rome, we're playing Lazio with 75,000 fans at the stadium, both Roma and Lazio side. 88th minute, Zaha dives in the box and wins a penalty. That is what Zaha does. There has been a statistic which has been shown that he's one of the players which English referees hate the most. If we can bring that attitude to the Italian league, yes, referees are way more harsh, I'd say, in the Italian league. We all know this, seeing last season. But, he's got that bastard character, which we all love at the end of the day. So yeah, if you haven't already, ladies and gentlemen, make sure to smash the subscribe button. I am back from Amalfi Coast, I'm not back, I'm still here. I'll be back tomorrow in Rome. So there will be live streams going on this week. For the entire week, there will be live streams going on. Match analysis of friendly matches, transfer news and all of that, because I am going to stay in Rome for the entire week. So there will be live streams this week. Then I'll be back out of Rome So there will be a mix of live streams and videos going out. But you know the role. It's a great summer. If we can get these players, it will be a massive season as well. In the meantime, let's see what Roma is doing against Trastevere, this little friendly match. I'm not sure we can see it. Yeah, they're not showing anything because Mourinho actually asked for this friendly match to not be shown on TV, and also to not fans couldn't go and see it. So it was a very private friendly match, the first friendly match of the season, and apparently the only thing we know is that Zaniolo is out of this friendly match against Trastevere. And, well, that is most probably a very significant transfer news, I would say. We will see what happens with Zaniolo, because I would love for Zaniolo to stay, but I see 100% if Zaniolo leaves, something big will happen without a doubt. So, who knows? Anyways, it's a pointless friendly match. It's the first one of the season. It's in our training ground. It will probably end like 10-0 or something. So I won't go live for the match analysis of this one. I will go live for match analysis of friendly matches starting from the next one, which is the 13th of July against Sunderland. Yeah, because the team is going to Portugal actually next week. So they are going to start their preseason there. And yeah, if you haven't already, ladies and gentlemen, make sure to smash the subscribe button and also share the link with your families and friends. Also, make sure to smash the like button in this live stream and follow me on Instagram over there in the orange box over at Simon_AS_. And yeah, let me read some last comments really, and I will end the stream. Some 1,001 high-profile players have already been linked with Roma this summer. But can this one, for God's sake, be real for once? Who knows? Eze is his teammate, so so we will see. I would love to have Zaha if it's real. Zaha for Taser, the best for Roma now. Your channel is like oxygen for me. Wow, love that comment, mate. Thanks, cheers, appreciate it. Zaha will create so many chances. He's overperformed for Palace for sure, and if Mourinho can get him consistent for Roma, he will be dangerous. Can we get Zaha? And Saint Maximin is tough. No links with Saint Maximin now. I don't think he will leave Newcastle with everything which is going on in that team. But who knows? They're very similar players though. Zaha and Awar, says Rohit R. Zaha would be amazing. Is there any offer for Paris? Yeah, I remember answering that question. Imagine if we sign Zaha and Zaniolo stays. We have Tammy, Zaha, Pellegrini, and Zaniolo. That's fire, says Rohit R. Simon, I will make an edit if that actually happens on TikTok. Go on and tag me. Tag me on Instagram over there, over at Simon_AS_. Hey Simon, is there anything on Tielemans? I have read something about him. I'll be honest, it's a very complicated deal. Leicester are asking around £50 million. That is a lot of money, which I would never spend on one single player. Especially because I like Tielemans, but I think there are way better options around. But yeah, he has been linked again. But it's only a linkage, it's only a rumor. Right now, Roma is really tempted to try and close this Zaha deal, so we will see what happens. So yeah.